Okay, good morning everyone. So, we will be having the discussion on the periodic table of elements. So, the periodic table of elements class have periods and groups. So, ang period na tinatawag natin is sila yung mga nandito sa horizontal. So, si hydrogen, katapat niya si helium. So, yan ang period natin. Period 1. So, si lithium, katapat niya si neon. That's our period 2. So, si sodium, katapat niya si argon. That's our period 3. We have potassium, katapat niya si krypton. We have period 4. Si rubidium, katapat niya si xenon. Period 5. And then si cesium, katapat niya si Rn. That's period 6. And then si francium, katapat niya si oganesson. That's period 7. So we have actually 7 periods in the periodic table of elements. Okay. Ano naman ang groups na tinatawag natin? So yung groups na tinatawag natin, they are this one, the vertical groupings in the periodic table. So si hydrogen down to francium, that's group 1. Beryllium down to radium, group 2. So, si scandium down to actinium, group 3. We have titanium down to here, group 4. Vanadium down here, group 5. Chromium, si borgium, okay, group 6. Manganese dito, group 7. Iron to here, group 8. Cobalt to meitnerium, group 9. Nickel, tungstenium, the whole, okay, group 10. Copper to roentgenium, group 11. Zinc, copernicium, group 12. Boron to nihonium, group 13. Carbon to flavorium, group 14. Nitrogen to moscovium, group 15. We have here oxygen to livermorium, group 17. We have here fluorine to tennessine, group 17, and then here ay 16 ito, 17 dito, and then the last group for the noble gases, that's the group 18. Now, ano naman ang function ng groups and periods in the periodic table? So, simple lang. The function of the groups and periods in the periodic table is to what? It is to Hindi nyo alam. Okay. So, syempre, the function of the groups and periods in the periodic table is to find the location of the different elements. So, for example, let's find the location of boron. So, boron is here. Pero alangan naman na sabihin mo, dito sa left side na to. Dito sa left side na to. 'Di ba ang hirap? Okay. Ang boron yung kulay blue sa periodic table. Ang daming blue diyan, 'di ba? Ang boron yung nandito, basta yung katabi ng carbon o maghahanap ka pa ng carbon. 'Di ba? Hindi na. So, para mas madali, you can just say boron is located in period 2. Since this is 1, 2, so this is period 2, and what group? This is group, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So, boron is located in period 2, group 13. Okay, so that's the location of boron. What about the location of cobalt? Okay, cobalt is here. Hindi mo naman sabihin, basta katabi ni iron yun, o kaya katabi ni nickel yun. O, diba mahirap? Okay, so ang gagawin natin sa cobalt, we have here, we have to put the period. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, cobalt is located in period 4, and then what group? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, cobalt is located in period 4, group 9. Okay. Last three examples. We have here this example, aluminum. Okay, aluminum is located in period 3. Okay, period 3, group 13. Tama. Okay, period 3, group 13. Next, Calcium. Okay, it's located in period 4, group 2. Tama ba ako? Period 4, group 2. Okay, we also have here krypton. Okay, so krypton is located in period 4, group 18. That's krypton. We also have bismuth. Okay, bismuth is located in period 6, group 15. Tama? Okay, bismuth is located in period 6, group 15. Okay, for the last, selenium. Selenium is located in period 4, group 16. Okay, so those are the groups and periods in the periodic table. Okay, so now, kukunin naman natin yung number of protons, neutrons, and electrons in the periodic table. Okay, so sabi natin, the formula is, okay, the formula in getting the proton is what? Okay, proton, the number of protons is equal to the number of atoms or the atomic number, and this atomic number is also equal to the number of electrons. So basically, magkakapareha lang yan. So atomic number, kapareha niya number of protons. Kapareha din niya number of electrons. Okay. Pero ang pagkakaiba is the neutron. Paano ba makuha yung neutron? Atomic mass minus the atomic number. Tama. Okay, so let's take a look at gold. So ito, gold is, ayan. Okay, this is gold. So gold, ang atomic mass niya ay 197. Bakit 197? It's because 197 because we will be rounding it off into whole number. So 196.967, if you are going to round it off into whole number, that is 197. So basically 197, that's the atomic mass, minus 79. Okay, saan nakuha yung 79? That's the atomic number. So the amount of neutron that is in gold is 118. Did you get the correct answer? Okay, so 118. So ilan naman ang neutron ay ang proton niya? So the proton is 79 and also the electron 79. Okay. We also have here, let's take a look at silicon. Silicon has an atomic, oh, ba't ganyan na? Hala, sorry. Okay. Silicon has an atomic number of this one. Silicon has an atomic number of 20, ay atomic number of 14. So kung 14 ang atomic number niya, ang atomic mass niya ay ang atomic mass niya ay 28. Okay, so what is the number of protons, neutrons, and electrons? We need to get the number of protons. So the number of protons is 14. 14 din. And then the number of electrons is 14 lang din. And what about the number of neutrons? So the number of neutrons is, so we have 28 minus 14. So ilan yan? So the number of neutrons is 14 as well. So that's it. Ganyan lang. So simple mathematics in getting the protons, neutrons, and electrons of elements. Okay? So, yung protons, neutrons, and electrons are called the subatomic particles. So, when we say subatomic particles, they are the parts of an atom. Again, when we say parts of an atom, ang electron, siya ang nag-orbit doon sa, siya ang nagsi-circle around the orbit of an atom. And then, ano yung nasa loob ng nucleus? So, inside the nucleus is the neutron and then the proton. Okay. So, that's it for the different explanation on these subatomic particles as well as in the different elements. So, by the way, do you now know how to identify metals, nonmetals, and metalloids in the periodic table? Okay. So, kung titignan nyo dito, we have a ladder-like. Ladder. Diba? Parang may ladder dyan. Ito, si boron, silicon, germanium, arsenic, antimony, tellurium, and then the polonium. So, all of the 7 elements, they are considered metalloids. The 7 elements are considered metalloids. Okay. So, this one, lahat ng nandito, including the hydrogen up to, basta lahat ng nandito sa left side ng ladder, that is considered non-metals. Okay. Lahat naman ng nandito sa right side ng ladder, including those who are at the bottom, they are considered metals. Okay. So, elements are further classified into 3. We have the metals, non-metals, and then the metalloids. Okay, so that's all for the elements. So for your assignment, you are going to look for more information about mixtures. Okay, about compounds and mixture, because next meeting, we will be having the computations on the molar mass of compounds. And after compounds, we will also have the PhET simulation of the acids, bases, and salts. And then we will be discussing mixture right away. So that's all for today. Goodbye, everyone.